This is Shokora Zouheikyoku, aka chocomint, and welcome back to our Let's Play of Yrsa Major, an Elchemia Story. In the last chapter of our playthrough, Yrsa and Urbel has a little bit of conflict between themselves, but they made up now, and now their harvest festival, I believe, has come. So we'll see how their relationship will develop. Let's continue. I opened my eyes blurrily to familiar pools. Was it already day? Later than I would awaken normally. The water needed freshen. The health needed to be laid for breakfast. And then more important things came back to me. She is wearing something different. Is it like her pajamas or something she wears to sleep? My side burned dully. I felt a rough cloth bandage around my chest, but I was in my familiar bed, not a bench, and someone warm was pressed against me. Oh, ew. Okay, hello. Let me hide this to take a look at this cute scene at just the beginning of the chapter. She is bandaged quite a lot, but she seems fine. And she is very warm with someone pressed against her in a nice little spoon. She is the big spoon and the Urbel is the little spoon. Really nice. What a beautiful way to wake up, isn't it? If there were suppose of course, but they're not. But imagine the one to wake up to a familiar face that you love very much. Urbel's soft hair brushed my cheek soothingly, more water than strength. I felt his chest rise and fall against me. He was still here. I managed to stop him. He hadn't gone away. And I finally remembered the villagers finding us and hopping back to my cabin together, where I helped Urbel to bed. And now, I must have pulled him close as I slept, but his arm was around my waist as well. In a nice hug. I will regret it for all my assistance if I lose you again. No, this couldn't last. No matter how much I didn't want to let go, suddenly. In my mind, I almost heard Marcia guiding me, sleeping in the same bed, cooking and cleaning for each other, managing a home together for a month, and throwing myself headlong into Diamond because I've been terrified at losing him. All of this would have had the village bells ringing by now, if it were up to Marcia, but could Urbel, who cared for all equally, have actually felt anything like that for me? Yrsa. Through tousled hair, Urbel still sleepy golden eyes met mine. I was certainly very aware of how close I was holding him. Sorry, You're right. I'm so glad. There wasn't even a hint of confusion or embarrassment in his face, just joy. I did not remember the last time anyone had looked at me with that expression. Yeah, I'll leave. Whatever I was feeling, and the argument that the parts of me were having, could wait another day. Let's get up. I'll get you some water. Having said that, I nearly felt the first time I tried to stand again. So Yrsa insisted on supporting me as I found my balance. At least my uninjured arm was still strong enough to carry a bucket from the well. We sat beside my wood pile as Yrsa began talking, taking in what energy he could from the water. Watching the sparkling water flowing around him reminded me of the first time I've seen him do it, at the waterfall. And the reminder of how close that had been loosened my tongue. Sorry. Yrsa, what are the bandits at the waterfall? I frightened you. We had gone because Yrsa was beginning to feel fatigued again. But after the encounter, I sent him away before he could fully regain his energy. So if he used up his power earlier, if I hadn't, you would have almost... No. Yrsa, you must not. It was my fault alone. I was naive and arrogant. I thought the human world would be as simple as my own, where all could agree and no conflict would last. When those men threatened us, I was frightened, but not of you. I simply did not want to believe I could be so mistaken about cruelty and evil. So I pushed you away for protecting me, and then fled. You didn't know about this word, Das. But I should have trusted you. When those creatures, the daimon, showed up, I finally understood what you must do to protect others. You were as strong and good as I had ever thought you were, and I was a fool. Yrsa, I cannot begin to apologize. I'm glad you're back. It's alright, Yrsa, but it's in the past. I'm just glad you're back. Finally, he smiled again, and that almost made up for everything that had just happened. And I am glad as well. I should not say this, as it was my fault, but I have missed you greatly. Don't worry about it. And I did too. How cute. Blushy. Then, if there is anything at all I can do now to make up. Hi, Yrsa, doctor! And then the quiet atmosphere around us was broken by the cheerful arrival of Silvervale's village chief. Chief Orin, broad-bellied, gray-bearded, but good-natured, had arranged patrols of the village while I was asleep. And to my relief, he'd just come to tell us that there were no other sightings after Yrsa and I had fought the two daimon. And I will can't be certain, but I'll ask everyone to keep the kids in Taro now, but
Oh, the girls are fine, Doctor. I told them to keep you around. Wait, wrong voice. Okay. I've told them to leave you alone till you recovered, so...
That is good. Thank you. And we'll be fine soon. I can take on my share of patrols as well.
Cause Yrsa, no, you have that already. You've had plenty. Let the man do something useful for the village.
Aribel placed a hand on my arm, and I relented. I suppose I could have recovered my strength quickly with his help, but I didn't want to worry him either.
And anyway, I didn't come here to ask you to help. There's one other thing I wanted to let you know. Diamond or no diamond, we're still gonna hold the festival of harvest end of this week.
With everything that had happened with Urabel and then the diamond, I had completely forgotten the festival. I've heard a little of this festival, here and there. It is a celebration of the bounty of the land, where people come together to keep things, as I understand.
Go ho ho! Well, that's the traditional meaning, but ain't much bounty to the land here. No, it's just a good time for folks now. People get out the nice food and drink, good company, dancing, bonfires, and a good chance for young and not so young lovers to pair up to go together. Hey, Yrsa!
Lovers. I had not attended the festival for over 10 years. I'll make my excuses each year as not having a partner and having work to do. This year I had no such excuse, but the chief had continued, apparently not noticing my expression.
Things been tough for folks recently. Having something to look forward to helps with getting through the hard parts. So chin up, you here. I'll better see you two dinner together. Anyway, that's all I came to say. I've got someone to send food to you, so just make sure you rest up.
And he left cheerfully. The leader of your village seems a good man. It is kind of him to personally invite us. Yeah, Ori knows how to keep morale up. Although, Yrsa, did he say for us to go together? I had thought that... Why did Uribel's face suddenly look a little pink? It's just that I do not know what the customs of the festival are. I would love to see it, but if I accidentally offend, or you may wish to take someone else, no, I'll go with you. It's not that much, just a good meal and some dancing. I'll show you around. Hey, thank you. I would be honored to attend with you. But, first, please let me tend to your wounds again. I have enough energy now, so... Uribel busied himself finding fresh bandages and water, and I tried to caution him against overexerting himself. Seeing him here once again made me realize how much I missed him for the last few days. And maybe that was why I'll agree, without even thinking, to go to the festival. If I truly had to make an appearance at the Harvest Festival again, I supposed there was no one other than him I would have wanted to go with. Over the next few days, as Uribel and I slowly returned to work around the village, I began to notice some signs of life and excitement. Old women sitting in the square, weaving long breaths and bouquets and chattering to each other. Younger men moving chairs and tables from the storerooms. The few children we saw outside were now being watched over by village women. But aside from that, any signs of the diamond attack were all but gone. It was good to see things returning to normal, and that Yrsa was once again with me. Hey, it's the dog and the lay carpenter. A few of the children saw us as we arrived in the square, and broke loose from their harried-looking watcher to run up to us. I recognized the girl whose toys I fixed. It had seemed like forever ago. Are you really okay? Just I was crying that you both died and the diamond ate you. I was not. You take that back. Oh my. Well, we're not eating. I knew you wouldn't die. They call you like the lady bear or something, right? And bears are way tougher than diamond. That's right. He told us you just ran in with an axe and hacked them both up. Wow, that's super cool. Right? She badass. I want to be the man wolf when I was as big as her. You Dumbo, what kind of a name is that? Now, be kind. I watched on from the side as Yrsa meditated between the bickering children. They hadn't been scared too much by the diamond. That was good, at least. Though they seemed more fond of my bare name than I was. If you make me the happiest man of the day, would you be like this beautiful bouquet and... Oh, you're silly. It's not silly to say this to the girl I love. Saying that makes us silly. At the far edge of the square, I caught sight of a young man and woman hanging up each other. Both looked as if they're just come of age, and the woman held a small bunch of flowers, courtship then, or an invitation to the festival. The last time I had a date to the festival had ended poorly. I did not begrudge anyone else's young love. I had just eventually understood that it would never be for me. But now... Yrsa? It's nothing. Let's get back to work then. No use thinking about it. It was easier to focus on making sure Yrsa could enjoy this festival. The days up until the festival once again passed quickly, normally. Yrsa sometimes returned late from healing, but always with warm food or baked goods, and I finally begun to learn a few dishes as well. It hadn't seemed important when it was just me at the table, but now that there were two of us, I could finally understand why Yrsa always looked so happy to see me eat. Perhaps I would never take to it naturally, but it wasn't bad. And I could admit, despite all my fears, that I wanted this to last. Finally, the festival night arrived. I was kept so busy that I barely had time to see Yrsa that day, but we had planned to meet at the village square, so I could not keep him waiting. But there was one thing I still needed to do. Taking a moment to head back to my cabin, I found the small box I'd kept away for 10 years. One of the elders had given some jewelry bracelets to me for the last festival I attended. I wore them for one night and then tried to return them to her afterwards. Jewelry has seemed unfitting for someone like me, but she'll absolutely refuse to take them back. My girl, keep them. You'll find out you're going to appreciate you wearing them someday. Maybe that ain't any of the boys here, but it doesn't matter. The world is a wide place. For her then, and Uribel, I changed to the one dress I owned, put on the bracelets, and adorned my hair. Wow, she looks nice actually, really pretty. I love the the flowers on her hair. Maybe for one night, I could let myself pretend to be a normal woman. Though the square had been really busy when I left earlier, it was now bustling and lit almost as bright as day by bonfire and candlelight. Where was Uribel? I suddenly wondered whether I would be able to find him in this crowd, but... Ah, Yrsa! You're right. I was not sure where to wait, but it seems I needed help word. And, oh, you look wonderful. You as well. To avoid any more embarrassment, I... Okay. They are going together, and it's very important that you should hold hands in order to not get lost in the crowd. Hand holding. Something made me bow, and I reached for his hand. Should I? Let me show you around. Yes, hand holding. Success. Yes, please do. With his hand warmly holding mine, we started to make our rounds. Oh man, how live! Hand holding. I rushed through the village square earlier on my errands, when it had still been strewn with half-absurd decorations and people arguing over where to put them. But everyone had pulled together, and the excited chatter of the crowd and the children running about between them led to rest any worries I had. A few couples, both young and old, walked hand in hand, and more chatted eagerly by their own candlelights at the benches and tables set around the square. I felt Uribel's hand in my own a little more consciously, but maybe I'll squeeze his hand unaware, because he smiled back at me. All in all, it looked as if everyone in the village was here.
Damn nasty business with no dime on it. But we rather grateful, Yrsa. And for bringing us the dog, it's the first year I've been here without a gimp leg.
I am very glad to hear your leg is still well. How has it been with... Oh, now you got him started. Bao talk his ear out about his scratchings if you let him. Yrsa, now you look lovely. You two make a great pair. Thank you. We were accosted several times as we walked through the grounds. Once again, Uribel's grateful patients had no shortage of praise for him. But they praised me as well. I was used to everyone's kindness, but this felt strange to me. Yrsa, you seem to have something on your mind. It's only odd to have so much attention. It is not at all, is it? You are beautiful, so of course. At least that's what I would think though. And how much Uribel's eyes sparkled as he looked at me was the oddest part. But I did not say that to him. He likes you! Come on, Yrsa, he likes you! We ate as the evening grew late and the stars came out. Our tables fully laden with food, alongside other cheerful families. The chatter about distant family, how their gardens grew, the children's spats and pickiness about food, it soothed me. So I was caught off guard when the chief's voice rang out along with a few musical notes from the band to announce the start of the harvest dance.
The years have been kind to us all, but that just means we'll have to be kind to each other. And there aren't that many of us who lived up to that in every bit of their lives. Silvervale would be a poorer village if it hadn't for them. So the first dance goes to them who deserve the honor. Let's Yrsa and the good dog Urbo take the floor.
What? The square seemed to shrink around me. I suddenly found myself staring at a patch of empty earth with nothing in particular. If I moved, I thought I might have thrown up the hearty meal I just enjoyed. No, I cannot. My voice was drowned out by the rolling in my ears. I couldn't tell if it was cheering, my heartbeat, or cheers. A dancing bear, standing in the middle of the ground, while Rigger and the she-bear played chantily. Yrsa. And then a familiar face filled my vision, and warm hands were on my shoulders. What's wrong? Please, I want to help. I cannot dance. I should not. I would be an embarrassment. You should find another partner. I do not want you to be laughed at. I will not allow anyone to laugh at you or at us. And they will not. I have not known them for long, but you are loved by everyone here. They wish you harm even less than I do. It will be all right. Will you trust me? The lights around me were blurred. I could not tell what the people around me were saying, but Uribel was there. I will. When the music started, the tune was not Rigger and the she-bear. It was quieter and more elegant. It almost didn't seem fitting for a village dance for me. But
Oh wow, nice.
And then Uribel took my hand again, and even the music seemed to fall away. This is... You've learned to dance? I've learned from some of my patients. I had wanted to surprise you. But forgive me. It seems I should have told you. No, it's alright. I was just surprised. I had not danced in 10 years, and Uribel had likely only had a week's worth of training. We both missteps and nearly collided. We must have looked nothing like the graceful village dancers I've been envious of as a child. But somehow it was alright. Lights glimmered above us, and the flow of the music, or was it the flow of water, carried us along. And Uribel's arm around my waist, and my hand pulling him close, felt like home. I thank you for this dance. Yrsa, it was my pleasure. The music ended. Uribel and I would slowly return to the square and to the comedy of the grounds. And though I listened hesitantly, all I heard was clapping and jeer. Let's get some air where it's quieter. Let the younger folk have the next dance. Away from the bonfires, the early autumn night air was refreshingly cool. The stars seemed to shine brighter in the Mao-ju. Arabelle and I sat down, side by side, on a bench a little further from the square. We could still hear the cheer of the crowds, but it was quiet enough to converse comfortably. It is a lovely night. It is. We do not see the stars like this in the plain of water. I do not know if they exist there, but they are beautiful. We leaned back together. The distant twinkle of autumn stars shone quietly above us. Yrsa, you may certainly refuse to answer, but are you alright after all? I had never seen you so distressed before. If you truly did not enjoy dancing, or if it was me you objected to as a partner, then No, absolutely not. That came out somewhat more forcefully than I expected. But if Arabelle was going to blame himself otherwise, then I might as well as tell him. 12 years ago, that was the last time I agreed to attend this festival with someone. Hey there! Seen you around the malls quite a bit. Isn't it rough work for a lady? I'm strong, so I help where I can. Rocks don't care. Is that so? Well, I'm sure I can still carry more than you. Let's make a bet. If you lose, why don't you show me around town? I just got here from Velvet to help with silver, and I'd rather walk around with a cute girl than these ugly old men, you know. Alright. I won the bet. He sold, but stayed around and kept talking to me. I wasn't sure why he was interested in me, but I didn't want to doubt him. I was 18. That was the first time someone my age had called me cute, or thought of me as a woman. Girls aren't cute, they don't know where they need help, so just let me do it for you. I'm mean, you know. I should be the one protecting you. Don't be so stubborn. You said you'll be my girl, so if you just go off on your own all the time, what am I supposed to think? Anyway, if you try harder to just be normal, I'll tell everyone about you at the festival. That you're actually kind and gentle and the girl I love. No, you're just... That sounds manipulative, actually. Like, that's how she is normally. And you don't need for, a reason to tell that. Yeah, this sounds like a jerk. Despite I only hear about a cocky voice and nose right. He did not like to see me showing my strength, because I was still stronger than him. He wanted me to be softer and kinder. If he wanted something like that, he should go for another girl, and not try to change someone. I mean, if you're changing someone like mindset or something like that, then that's fine if it's for the good reasons. But this is just plainly wanted someone to become a version, the type that he liked. Back then, I thought I loved him, and that making myself more like what he wanted was what I was supposed to do. And then, a week before the harvest festival, a pack of wolves began carrying off animals from the village. Sending a girl out there to go with me? What were they thinking? I thought you wanted to spend more time with. You should have told them I didn't need help. Why can't you just act more like a normal girl and leave it to... That's shite. 3 of them. Get back. Don't you dare come any close. No, don't. Get off him! You must stay away from our village. This one dead. Even if the other two ran off, shouldn't bother Silvervale anymore. Are you alright? How did you just... You're a beast. I wanted to think he was just in shock, and that was why he didn't come to see me that week. I went to the festival alone that year, hoping to apologize to him, but couldn't find him. I only found a couple of his friends, who told me to wait for the last dance. He'll ask them to play a song. I was standing alone when it played. It was a mock ballad about a warrior Rigmar, and how a witch tricked him into marrying a bear who ate him. Why? Hope that kept her away. Ash, the hell? Have you seen what she did? She's a bear in a dress. I should have known. I thought she'd be grateful because she didn't look like anyone wanted to court her. So like an idiot I was, trying to get her to loosen up. And she slaughtered it. It was a wolf. No woman should have been. What? Tell her? Get hacked to beast? Just keep her away from me. Not like I'm staying in this shite hole anyway. How could someone who claimed to care do such a... He did not care. I eventually understood why. I have always been too strong. When I was a child, I would carry supplies for my parents' wagon. And after I was taken in by Silvervale, I would work with the miners. I was proud of my strength. It was what made me myself, and I could help those I loved. But it meant I could not be a woman anyone could love. Yrsa. Men love women who they can protect, and who depend on them. They wish for women they can be stronger than. But I can never be that woman. I am as strong as a bear and a savage. I've known that for a while. I am not someone they can protect. I will not follow them, and I will not hide my strength when they challenge me. When I was old enough, I swore to protect this village. I will never give up my strength for anyone ever again. So, I stopped and realized I'd gotten very far off track. Aribel had only asked me why I did not enjoy dancing. There was no need to say all of that. But maybe I just wanted him to know what kind of woman I was. That's all. But it wasn't your fault, so don't... No, Yrsa, It was because I have been a coward. What? Would you open this? He handed me a small carved wooden box, and within it was... Oh wow, that's a beautiful hairpin? Hairpin. How did you... The gem glittered like a star, but there were no jewelry sellers in Silvervale. Not anymore. Where? But I looked more closely and realized the silver of the bin was actually polished steel like that of the locksmiths. After you invited me to the festival, Marcia told me of a custom. Before the festival, those who wished to show their devotion would give a gift of jewelry to the one they loved. Oh, that's... I crafted the water gem almost a week ago, and asked the smith to help me make this, as I knew you took pride in your hair. He finished 3 days ago. I have had it with me since. But I did not tell you Because I was afraid. Why would you be afraid of? Because you are the most wonderful person I have ever met, and displaying in my own. And am I only no, excuse me. And I am only an Isham who has just begun to understand how to live. Aribel, you are kind, but you are also strong. You care for others more than yourself, but you neither resent them or lose yourself in them. Unlike everyone I have ever known, you have always lived as yourself, but you have made everyone else's lives better in doing so. And you shine more brightly than any gem I could craft. I found myself unable to take my eyes off you at times. I've never even suspected, even when I noticed Aribel looking at me on occasion. But there was no surprise. I never realized how I felt myself until I had woken up with him in my arms that morning. I have loved you since before I understood what love means to humans. I wanted to stand close beside you and support you and live peacefully with you as long as we both exist. But I fear to tell you, I didn't know if you felt that way. And as you said, it is hard to find true individuals who feel the same for each other. I didn't know if you would find my feelings bothersome, or if I even had a right to voice them. But if I had, even if you rejected them, you would have known my intention. You might not have been surprised or hurt by this festival. So I am sorry. Don't be. He couldn't possibly have known. Neither of us could have. We've both been circling each other. But that ended here. Don't be afraid to tell me. I don't want to be someone you're wary of or disgusted by. Because I don't even want to lose you either. Yrsa. But that is... I love you. May I... Aribel nodded, and I kissed him. Yes, the Russian success. Oh, kiss, kiss, kiss. Yes, what a lovely kiss. Let me bask in this moment. He tasted of pure ice, warmed and melted in the sun, and the hint of a sea breeze over sunlit shores. His hand against the back of my neck, entwined with my hair, just as fiercely as I held him against me. And this time no interruptions came. The stars were content to twinkle down on us and let us make up for long lost time. That was quite amazing. I had not realized. It was good. I don't have much practice. I am not sure I could withstand it if you were to. But, I pulled him into another embrace, as much to hide my face going red as anything else. Later then, we have plenty of time. Yes, I cannot help but look forward to it. And I almost forgot. May I help you put on the hairband? If it does not suit you, I can. No, I'm certain it will, but damn it, I'm sorry, where did it? I remember a clatter earlier, when we've been too focused on each other and knocked it over in our haste. But the ground was dark, and even the glow of the chain was hard to make out.
Is what you're looking for, girl?
You are. Hello, we meet again. Olin. Nhà muốn đi the reminder. Looks like you've been getting on quite well. But unfortunately, I'm here for the nuptials. To be serious now, there's an entire bag of diamond heading towards Silvervale. And that should be a good point to end this. So in the next chapter, we have Yrsa Major. So I know that her name is Yrsa, but I don't remember if her last name is Major. Or maybe that is. My memory is gone on me sometimes too. So anyway, that should be the end of our playthrough right now. In this episode, we have seen their confession. Plenty of hugs, plenty of hand holding, and a really, 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 really nice kiss. Before or something about the diamond coming into the village. So I wonder what will happen next. Will they be able to protect their village or not? Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you on the next chapter, chapter 7. Bye bye!